Now, streaming live, this is KSLA News Now.
Here's what's topping our stories tonight. Well, new in your crime tracker, the Bossier City Police Department is seeing record low crime rates in 2025, with homicides being the lowest they've ever seen. The BCBD announced crime is actually down for nearly all categories, with homicides being the largest decrease of about 70%. Now, Bossier City Police say that they only had 2 homicides in 2025, both those caused by domestic situations at the Villaggio apartments. They also are seeing large drops in auto theft, aggravated assault, and robberies. The Sergeant Sean Poudre says that crime has sharply gone down over the past 5 years, and he says this is due to community involvement and an efficient police force.
Our detectives are working tirelessly to try to solve these cases and take these bad guys off the street.
The Sergeant Poudre says the work is not over. Rape rates are up actually 2%, and theft cases are much higher than any other category last year. The sergeant says the BCPD will continue to be a visible presence all across the community. Also on our crime tracker tonight, 8 agencies conducted a search warrant sweep at the Illinois Street apartments in 2 nearby homes. They actually resulted in about 11 arrests and the seizure of firearms and narcotics. Now, the Shreveport PD's street level interdiction unit actually led the operation in response to complaints about drug and gun activity. Most arrestees face drug charges, with several also charged with illegally carrying weapons. 4 were fugitives, 2 resisted arrest, and 1 had an outstanding warrant for domestic abuse battery. Well, new developments today in the lawsuit filed by the Louisiana Attorney General's office against the Caddo Commission regarding the resolution given to Bernie Sanders last summer. Today we learned that a judge dismissed the Attorney General's lawsuit against the commission into a potential violation of the open meetings law, drafting a resolution welcoming Senator Bernie Sanders to Shreveport. Now, the AG released this statement saying, quote, "We strongly disagree with the ruling, which makes a mockery of the legal requirement that a governing body conduct its business in a meeting and that the meeting must be open. We will appeal," end quote. In your first alert from Harrison County, Texas, Peregrine Energy says that it's going to build a $400 million battery energy storage facility in Harrison County. The Peregrine says that it plans to build on a 42-acre facility that's near the intersection of Texas Highway 3251 and Fife Cutoff. Well, we're told that about 1,000 battery storage units will hold electricity for the Texas Southwest Power Pool grid for use when demand is really high. Now, work should start by the end of 2027, with the facility up and running sometime in 2028. In your first alert from across Louisiana, was it a legitimate stop or retaliation? Body camera video obtained by our Baton Rouge sister station's investigative team shows a city police officer stopped a man and then went through his car without a warrant. Now critics are questioning it, as a heated debate over what actually happened will likely end up in court.
I would have been dead. I would have been dead if I would have moved around. Because how he came out, it just showed, I just seen it all over his face. Like one false move, I would have been dead, for sure.
Raheem Howard is still shaken by the June traffic stop. He's the man in this blurred out video, having just left the gym after a workout. He was driving when bright flashing blue lights turned on behind him. Immediately, he's met with a gun drawn. Now, our sister station obtained this video through a public records request that was submitted about 7 months ago. It was just handed over by the Baton Rouge Police Department. Community advocates are demanding answers, while a criminal defense lawyer believes the officer acted in good faith.
Certainly violated his rights, right? But at the same time, even the violation of his rights in the search that I saw wouldn't have identified a weapon, which kind of leads me to believe that you might have just been messing with him, right?
We want police officers to enforce the law and keep us safe, and sometimes we have to trade a few moments of uncomfortability or a few moments of interaction with an officer in order to make sure that they're able to keep us safe, right? There's a bit of a trade-off there.
Well, the officer's own body camera shows he never asked for permission to search Howard's car. The officer actually goes through it, even though he has no warrant. After finding nothing, the officer then releases him. Now, the video is blurry because Baton Rouge Police released it that way, and our sister station did request an interview from Baton Rouge Police, but did not hear back.
My detainee's going to be released. Well, we've got a hard freeze on the way Saturday. I'll have the details coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Now, KSLA First Alert Weather.
Well, welcome back and thank you for joining us. It's been a beautiful night across the Shreveport-Bossier Metroplex tonight. Here's a live look from our Mattress Plus sky cam into downtown Shreveport. Want to give you the first alert, especially at the next couple of days. Not concerned for most of the Arklatex to see a freeze tonight. Some along and north of I-30 could see a light freeze. However, area-wide, I'm expecting a hard freeze Saturday night into Sunday. More light freezes on the way Sunday night and Monday night before temperatures get a little bit warmer as we head into the second half of the work week. Again, Saturday night, Sunday morning is going to be the coolest temperatures we see all week. And if you're along and north of I-30, we could see air temperatures in the mid to upper teens for your lows. Even along I-20, we're looking at low and mid 20s, and that remains the case even south of the interstate. We will have a little bit of a breeze, a very light wind, but when we're this cold, a light breeze will put our feels like temperatures anywhere from the upper teens into the low 20s across much of the Arklatex. Now, the good news is as we warm up later on into next week, our rain chances will also increase, and we finally have a good shot at seeing an above average amount of precipitation during that 6 to 10 day time window. That's covering you January 22nd through the 26th, and we really need this rain. In fact, rain chances start to pick up on Wednesday. We continue to see those on Thursday and Friday. Might have to bump those up a little bit depending on how things start to pan out next week. Of course, temperatures also climbing from 55 on Wednesday back into the mid 60s by Friday. As far as any potential rainfall amounts go, we could see anywhere from about ½ inch to 1 inch of rain across much of the Arklatex, kind of closer to ½ inch of rain in the green and close to 1 inch of rain there in the blue color. Our drought monitor this week, unfortunately, showing some deterioration for parts of the Arklatex and surprisingly some improvements for others. The improvement lies basically from we'll say Wascom in East Texas down through Ruston there along and just south of I-20. You'll notice those severe level drought though expands out into parts of East Texas compared to last week's update. Another way that this week's drought monitor showed drought deterioration is across Red River County and McCurtain County in Oklahoma, where those spots now have extreme drought conditions, level 3 out of 4 on the drought scale. We'll go ahead and get a quick check here of your First Alert 7-day forecast. And again, it's going to be cooler for your weekend. Highs will be in the 50s. Again, Saturday night, Sunday, people, pets, plants, and your pipes all need to be protected. Don't forget to cover your exposed outdoor pipes and spigots tomorrow afternoon and drip your faucets overnight. From there, temperatures do gradually get warmer. Again, we'll be back into the 60s by the end of the week. No, it's kind of winter time, but Jeff, I'm already looking forward to that 65 next Friday.
Are you ready? You're ready?
I'm ready. Just the thought of having to go outside in the 20s on Sunday morning, just
Yeah. Like you said earlier today, tomorrow night would be a good movie night to stay in and watch a movie.
Absolutely. I'm planning on doing that myself.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Until then, you can stay connected, as always, on our KSLA News 12 app. Just download it. It'll keep you updated on news, weather, and sports. We'll see you at 10.